Overthinking is a common struggle that many of us face. Our minds race with endless thoughts, creating scenarios that often lead to anxiety and stress. But what if there was a way to calm this storm within our minds? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that originated in Greece over 2,000 years ago, offers practical wisdom to help us overcome the burden of overthinking. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This simple yet profound principle can be the key to stopping the cycle of overthinking. One of the foundational ideas in Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This means that while we cannot control external events, we can control our thoughts, reactions, and attitudes. Overthinking often stems from trying to control things that are beyond our influence, such as other people's opinions, future uncertainties, or past events. By embracing the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within our control, we can begin to free ourselves from the endless loop of overthinking. Another key concept in Stoicism is Amor Fati, which translates to love of fate. This idea encourages us to embrace whatever happens, good or bad, as part of our life's journey. Instead of resisting or obsessing over things that go wrong, Stoicism teaches us to accept them as natural and necessary. This acceptance can significantly reduce overthinking, as it shifts our perspective from frustration and anxiety to one of resilience and peace. By understanding that we cannot change the past or predict the future, we learn to live fully in the present moment, focusing our energy on what truly matters. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of practicing mindfulness, a state of active, open attention to the present. The Stoics believed in the power of self-reflection and meditation to keep their minds focused and clear. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, often wrote in his journal as a form of daily reflection. He would remind himself of the impermanence of life, the value of virtue, and the importance of staying grounded in the present. This practice can be incredibly helpful for those prone to overthinking. By regularly reflecting on your thoughts and feelings, you can become more aware of unproductive mental patterns and gradually replace them with healthier, more constructive ones. Another practical Stoic technique is the use of premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves mentally rehearsing potential challenges or difficulties you might face in the future. By contemplating these scenarios in a calm and rational manner, you prepare yourself for whatever may come, reducing the fear and anxiety that often accompany overthinking. However, it's important to approach this exercise with a balanced mindset, not as a way to dwell on negative outcomes, but as a tool to build mental resilience and readiness. Stoicism also encourages us to simplify our desires and focus on what is truly essential. Overthinking often arises from the pursuit of things that are not necessary for our well-being, such as material possessions, social status, or the approval of others. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we can learn to distinguish between what we want and what we actually need. This helps us prioritize our thoughts and actions, reducing the mental clutter that fuels overthinking. The Stoic practice of focusing on virtue, living with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, guides us to concentrate on what is morally right and fulfilling, rather than on fleeting or superficial concerns. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us the value of detachment. The Stoics believe that while we should be engaged in the world and care about our actions, we should not become overly attached to the outcomes. This principle can be particularly effective in combating overthinking. When we detach ourselves from the need for specific results, we free ourselves from the anxiety of things not going as planned. Instead, we can focus on doing our best in each moment, trusting that whatever happens, we will be able to handle it with grace and wisdom. Finally, Stoicism reminds us that everything is temporary, including our thoughts and feelings. The Stoic practice of memento mori, remembering that we will die, serves as a powerful tool to keep our worries in perspective. By reflecting on the transient nature of life, we can realize that many of the things we overthink about are insignificant in the grand scheme of things. This understanding encourages us to live more fully in the present, to let go of unnecessary worries, and to focus on what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. In conclusion, Stoicism offers timeless strategies to help us stop overthinking and live more peacefully. By focusing on what we can control, practicing acceptance, cultivating mindfulness, and embracing the impermanence of life, we can break free from the mental traps that lead to overthinking. Stoicism is not about suppressing thoughts or emotions, but about learning to navigate them with clarity, purpose, and wisdom. With regular practice, the principles of Stoicism can help us lead a more balanced, resilient, and fulfilling life, free from the burdens of overthinking.